All right, folks, gather around because today we're diving into the wild and wacky world of business entities. Now, I know what you're thinking. Oh boy, this sounds about as thrilling as watching paint dry. But hang on to your hats because understanding business entities is like picking the right superhero costume for your entrepreneurial journey. You wouldn't want to show up to a party dressed as a clown when you could be rocking a sleek Batman suit, right? So let's break it down. First up, we have the sole proprietorship. Picture this, you, all alone, running the show. It's the simplest and most common type of business entity. You get to call all the shots, make all the decisions, and keep all the profits. Woo-hoo! But hold your horses. With great power comes great responsibility. You're also on the hook for all the debts and liabilities. If the business goes belly up, guess what? Your personal assets are at risk. So if you're a risk taker who likes to live on the edge, this might be your jam. Just remember to keep a safety net handy. Now let's add a twist to our story with the partnership. Think of it as a buddy cop movie, where you and your partner share the responsibilities, profits, and maybe even the occasional donut. Partnerships can be a great way to combine skills and resources, but they also come with their own set of challenges. You've got to trust your partner like you trust your favorite pizza joint to get your order right. If one partner messes up, it can affect the entire team. And let's be real, nobody wants to be the one who burns the pizza. Next on our list is the Limited Liability Company, or LLC for short. Now this is where things start to get a little fancy. An LLC is like the cool kid in school who gets all the perks without the drama. It combines the flexibility of a sole proprietorship or partnership with the liability protection of a corporation. You get to enjoy the benefits of pass-through taxation, which means the profits or losses are reported on your personal tax return. No double taxation here. Plus, your personal assets are shielded from business debts. It's like having your cake and eating it too. Just make sure you follow the rules or you might lose that sweet protection. Now, let's talk about corporations, the big leagues. Corporations are like the superheroes of the business world, complete with capes and a whole lot of paperwork. They're separate legal entities, which means they can own property, enter contracts, and even get sued without dragging you into the mess. There are two main types, C corporations and S corporations. C corporations are taxed separately from their owners, which can lead to double taxation on profits. But don't worry, S corporations come to the rescue. They allow profits to be passed through to shareholders, avoiding that pesky double taxation. It's like having your cake and getting a second piece for free. But hold on a second. Before you rush off to form a corporation, let's not forget about the tax implications. Corporations have more regulatory requirements and formalities. And if you're not careful, you might find yourself drowning in paperwork. So if you're not ready for the corporate life, you might want to stick with an LLC or a partnership for now. And let's not overlook the nonprofit organization. If you're passionate about a cause and want to make a difference in the world, this might be your calling. Nonprofits are all about serving the community rather than making a profit. They can apply for tax-exempt status, which means they don't pay federal income tax on the money they receive. But here's the catch. You can't just pocket the profits. Any revenue generated must go back into the organization to further its mission. It's like being a superhero, but instead of saving the world with super strength, you're saving it with compassion and a lot of hard work. Now let's take a moment to talk about the importance of choosing the right business entity. It's not just a legal formality. It's a decision that can impact your taxes, liability, and even your ability to raise funds. It's like choosing the right car for a road trip. Do you want a convertible for those sunny days, or a minivan for the family? Each option has its pros and cons, and it's essential to consider your specific needs and goals. So how do you decide which entity is right for you? Start by asking yourself a few questions. What are your goals? How much risk are you willing to take? Do you plan to have partners or investors? And of course, what's your budget for legal and accounting fees? It's like playing a game of chess. You need to think a few moves ahead. And here's a little nugget of wisdom. don't be afraid to seek help. There are experts out there, like the fantastic folks at Business Financial Group, who can guide you through the maze of business entities. They'll help you make sense of the rules, regulations, and tax implications so you can focus on what you do best: running your business. In conclusion, the world of business entities may seem overwhelming at first, but it's really just a matter of finding the right fit for your unique situation. Whether you go solo with a sole proprietorship, team up in a partnership, or step into the corporate arena, remember that each choice comes with its own set of advantages and challenges. So, take a deep breath, do your research, and get ready to embark on your entrepreneurial adventure. Because at the end of the day, it's not just about the entity you choose, it's about the impact you make and the legacy you leave behind. Now go out there and conquer the business world.